In 1990, a girl committed suicide after seeing a picture posted in a news group. The picture is of a figure which some say is a woman, standing in the middle of a lonely street. This figure appears to be transparent, its legs are visible and appear to be illuminated by a light coming from the camera. Whether these are headlights, or a flashlight, or light from a flash is not known for certain. And the source where this image came from is also unknown. There are no recognizable facial features, but the figure is identifiable by its noticeably long limbs, which resemble those of a spider. People who have seen this picture then refer to this figure as the Wanderer. This introduction to the Wanderer took place in 1996. Jane, a student who was visiting her family on vacation, was very interested in things related to the supernatural. He saw a picture of the Wanderer in a news group with the message, "Did you see me? I see you too." Many users are getting the same message. Some don't think much of it, taking it as a joke. But some people say they get a headache when looking at this image, which is not clear at first what it actually looks like. And there have been reports saying the same thing since then. According to Jane's family, she had persistent nightmares after seeing the picture. He claimed to have woken up and saw the Wanderer behind his bedroom window. Sometimes there will be a scratch on the glass that looks like a scratch from a spider, but sometimes he will just stand and stare. Jane confessed that she was unable to move in the slightest when the figure appeared, as if an invisible hand was holding her. Even when she closed her eyes, Jane would see this Wanderer, in her mind. Her family believed she was terrified after seeing an image on the internet and having nightmares afterwards, until Jane later complained that she saw this Wanderer not only in her dreams but in real life every day. He felt sure that this figure was following him. He would continue to see her even in a room full of people, let alone a quiet place. But strangely no one saw what he saw. Jane's family is worried about Jane's sanity, but they just tell Jane that the Wanderer isn't real. Jane's condition only got worse. He began to experience severe insomnia, trying to stay awake all night. He started to make friends with coffee and stayed active, but then he started hurting himself to stay awake and often screamed hysterically all night. Until finally he never slept at all. Jane was sure that if she fell asleep the Wanderer would come and take her. His family knew they couldn't just wait and hope something would happen to get their son back to normal. Jane needs help. But when his mother knocked on his bedroom door one day, he got no answer. Slowly her mother opened the door, with the intention not to disturb her daughter, who might be resting. But he still didn't hear anything. Jane wasn't in bed. And he doesn't sit at his computer either. He wasn't in his room, until his mother checked his cupboard. He found Jane's body huddled in a corner. Blood pooled in front of the corpse, it seemed to have dried up, this blood apparently came from its slit throat. He was holding a note covered in blood that read, "He can't have me now." Jane's case is not the only case. During the 90s, dozens of other people have disappeared or committed suicide after seeing this picture of the Wanderer. Since the turn of the century which I've been trying to find this picture, it seems to have disappeared. Until one day I posted on a news group and asked people if they had heard of this Wanderer case. I've done this enough, usually one or two people who say they've heard of it. But no one claimed to have seen the photo. But this time is different. Not long after I posted this story, I received an email. The subject of this email reads, "I can see you," and is short, containing only the following words: "Did you see me? I can see you too." There is an image included with this email. I can't verify whether this picture is true or not as the Wanderer, but I have to warn you one thing: if you decide to look at this picture, whatever happens is a risk for yourself that you have to bear alone.